Dynamite, 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 dynamite. I don't know why I felt like saying that a whole bunch of times. I just did. But yes, AEW Dynamite though. Philly, Philadelphia. ECW country, I should say. Definitely ECW country. But what do we got going on in this show tonight, huh? As I guess Double or Nothing should be by next month. What do we got going on in this show? We kicked it off 3 weeks in a row, I would say, kicking off this show with CM Punk, except this time CM Punk is not in a match. CM Punk is there for commentary with JR, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone for the first match tonight. The opening match for the Owen Hart tournament qualifier between both FTR members, Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, going against each other, okay? And one-on-one match. Listen, I've already heard people try to say, well, this is like Brett versus Owen in WrestleMania, and they kicked it off. I wouldn't go that far with that, but it's still a great match in general, okay? One thing I did like is that they both of them did have the Hart Foundation logo on the back of both of their trunks and whatnot. But this was very enjoyable, very technical, very mat-based. You always wonder how they would go probably against each other. We've seen them team all the time. I don't know if they've ever faced each other in the past and whatnot, but this was very good, okay? This was a wrestling match, folks. Not a spot fest, not or nothing like that, or just hidden moves out there. This was a wrestling match. This had psychology and told a story and stuff. Like I said, a damn great match, and the fans once again just loving for what's going on and stuff. But when he got near the end, Dax Harwood was hesitating. He was going to do the sharpshooter. Willie tried to hit him with an inside cradle, but Harwood reversed it and ended up getting a 3 count on his own. So Dax Harwood ended up pinning Cash Wheeler in. Both guys shook hands and hugged after that. So very great way to kick off the match with both of FTR going against each other. Good 15-minute match out there. Definitely great. But as they went on after that, CM Punk got a microphone, basically talking about, everybody give it up for FTR, but now it's time, I just got a few things to say. We'll get back to more action. But, a lot of people say, when he returned to pro wrestling, a lot of people wonder if he could still do this. He says, hell yeah, I could still do this. And right now, basically, he wouldn't come this far without the fans. And he said that Hangman Page is going to be in a fight regardless whether it's win, lose, or draw. And everything, he's going to continue to fight. One of the probably the toughest people he's faced and whatnot. He's had a lot of great matches. He kind of took a shot at Eddie Kingston out there. I know that. Maybe Eddie wasn't my best or whatever. He said something. It was kind of taking a shot at him out there because we all know that CM Punk will face Hangman Page at Double or Nothing, the main event for the world title. I'm really assuming Punk is going to win there. I know Hangman was not here tonight due to him getting COVID. I found out earlier this morning. So Hangman Page could not make the show due to COVID. But he will still be in the main event at Double or Nothing for the title against CM Punk. But right after that, then we had the Blackpool Combat Club. Willa Yuta, hometown boy right here, Philly, going against the Factory, QT Marshall, Nick Camarato, and Aaron Solo. And once again, another, I would say, glorified squash between the Blackpool Club, killing whatever team they have out there. So, very random it was last week who they put them against, but at least they put them against a group this time, and stuff. And of course, Yuta ended up getting a pinfall and everything for the win onto Camarato. Like I said, very over with the live crowd, and like I said, this is hometown power and stuff. Hometown crowd was going to be on his side regardless, okay? So, Blackpool Combat Club get another win. I know they interviewed Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. Tony Storm came in with Ruby Soho, basically talk about the tournament coming up again, and I guess how, I guess they're all going to be facing each other at some point. Christian Cage was in the back with the Jungle Express, talked about Jungle Boy last week with Kyle O'Reilly, and, everything that went on. But, he says, Jungle Boy didn't sound like a sore loser or anything. Well, he didn't say sound like a sore loser, but, excuse me, but, they just probably sounded like one and stuff. Could they be breaking this up? I don't know. But, talked about, we're going to challenge anybody right now, okay? We're going to right this wrong. Anybody in the top 5 faced for the titles. Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs came in, basically wanting a shot at the tag titles then. Wardlow went against Lance Archer. MJF was in his luxury box once again. Talking about Philadelphia, and where the use for birth control is. They use their personalities for the women and stuff. That's for birth control and stuff. They says get that pig Wardlow out here. Wardlow went against Archer then. Wasn't a bad match or anything. And, they took Wardlow out there with handcuffs and, the no music thing. And, he was going to win with all the power bombs and stuff on the Archer. Lance Archer, I don't know what to say about Lance Archer right now. I feel like he's directionless, if you ask me. It's like they put Lance Archer in these random feuds just to have him lose. And you knew he was going to lose right here. Like, I'm not surprised that he lost. You knew Wardlow was going to win. But, hell, I already heard that promo from Jake Roberts last week, but we didn't get that. But, yeah, Archer just seems to just kind of go around, face anybody, and end up losing that feud or match or whatever, which, he wasn't going to win anyways in this. But I'm like, when does this guy really pick up wins half the time? He just kind of loses a majority of the time. So, I don't really know what they got Lance Archer doing half the time out here other than just taking L's left and right. Like, they need some type of direction, or maybe he doesn't need to join another group. I don't know what's going on with Lance Archer right now, but he's just taking L's left and right. Next, the Jericho Appreciation Society came out for the sit down with Eddie Kingston, or just all of LAX in general, I like to call him now at this point. But yes, after everybody ended up coming out and everybody sings Judas, basically no one was allowed any physicality during this sit down. Eddie Kingston and them came out then, like I said, LAX and whatnot, basically getting rid of the chairs and stuff, saying I'm not a fan of sports entertainment crap, okay? I'm here to fight. But Jericho says his name, man, it's 5-on-3, okay? You're just stupid to realize that right now, okay? Because right now, you don't want to do this, okay? Because this is your last shot. No other professional wrestling company is going to hire you but here. So you need to be quiet and listen, okay? Because right now, I could put a hit out on all of you. But Kingston says, the word hit means a lot in my world. Like, you just don't end it. You got to put somebody in the ground, okay? And basically, it's Jericho in the seat says, I don't think you have what it takes to do it, all right? Basically, he's calling us bluff and stuff. Kingston said, I'm ready to do the same too. But he was like, nah, you just ain't, you ain't ready, okay? Obviously, a lot going on. Some would say it felt like a shoot out there at the same time. Well, a couple of shots they were taking back at each other, especially the whole no other wrestling company will hire you type of thing. This is your last shot and stuff, and putting hits out on people. So, Eddie Kingston, being serious as he can out there with Jericho, basically not really being laid back about it and the whole thing. Basically, like I said, not a bad segment out there. So I enjoyed it, though. But, yeah, some would think it was probably a shoot out there when you think about it. Next, Hikaru Shida went against Serena Deeb in a Philadelphia street fight. Honestly, I did not know this feud was still going on. I really didn't. Okay, I didn't even know these two were. How long are these two been feuding? Like, they've been feuding for a minute, and then it's just like they just kind of. Somebody in the company actually forgot about these two. That's like, okay, we'll just put them in a Philly street fight just because I just don't know what they've been doing. I swear the last time Sheeta even attacked D was probably maybe almost, 3-4 weeks ago, I think. I'm not even really sure. It's just random fights, okay? I don't really have much to say about this match. It was a street fight. It was what it was. I don't know how many people really cared out there. Deeb won since they said, she's the number 1 ranked woman. So I kind of figured she would have to win and maybe get a title shot at Thunder Rosa, which everybody's saying is only has 3 minutes in total after being champion for 40 days, but 3 minutes in total time of either AEW Dynamite or Dark. I mean, not Dark, but Rampage. So, yeah, what is, literally, what do they really have Deeb and Sheeta even doing? What was the point of this match? It's like it just happened to happen. So we can get it out of the way and end it. So maybe this is just the end of the feud and we'll move on from there. But this, I didn't even know these two were still going at it. MJF and Sean Spears being interviewed in the back. They told Lexi Nair to go away. And then they said, hey, listen, you want to make 6 figures out in one night? Okay. So, we have a match, you're taller than Wardlow, smarter and taller than him, so yeah, and you can't teach that. Basically, W. Morrissey may be in next week, formerly known as Big Cass. We all know W. Morrissey works in Impact Wrestling right now, which he's been doing a really good job at down there lately. So will he be there next week to face Wardlow? I don't want to see him come in just to lose, which I feel like that's going to happen. But I'd be surprised if he win. But I know it's no partnership with Impact and AEW. We already know how that went. But if we're bringing in W. Morrissey just for one night, I'd like to see that. The House of Black was coming out there for a promo. They end up beating up Fuego del Sol again. I have literally no why they're even facing him at this point. Honestly, all the House of Black has really done is just like say random stuff every other week with literally no meaning to it. And then Pentagon and Pac came out with Alex, which there was somebody alone in the ring, and basically it was Fenix dressed like a druid out there, or like one of the House of Black guys, and they end up like taking him out, dabbing him onto the ground. So obviously this feud is now back on. Probably a spot that somewhere want to see Fenix and Buddy Murphy, which I could see that happening also, and whatnot. But honestly, this feud is just kind of like, where is this gone? It's like y'all beat up them before, so you're still feuding with them, and now that Fenix is back, so you got to feud with him now. Because where else was this going? Because like I said, the House of Black just cut random promos every other week, and I don't even know why they were facing Fuego del Sol out there. I'm like, why are they facing this guy again now? Because I don't even really remember. Darby Allin versus Swerve this Friday on Rampage and Owen Hart tournament qualifier. That should be really good. Looking forward to that. The Undisputed Era or Elite with the Young Bucks. Honestly, I do not like those t-shirts. Me and my friend Steven could have done a way better job. We are graphic designers. We could obviously do a better job than what that t-shirt was. That look, honestly, NXT did better t-shirts for an Undisputed Era. Black and gold was cool, okay? But they teamed with the Bucks to go against Dante Martin, the what was it? The Varsity Blondes, Lee Johnson and Brock Anderson. Julia Hart sat there and not cared. Arn Anderson was out there. Listen, man, this was just a win to get the Undisputed guys over. Dante Martin, I know he's back in random tag teams again. It's very unfortunate to hear about his brother, given that he just came back, for Top Flight, and now he got, I don't think it was a wrestling-related injury, apparently, but the fact that he's just hurting here in general, that's really gotta suck, okay? Because even I was like, wait a minute, what happened to his brother? And then I heard he got hurt again, so I'm like, that's very unfortunate. But whatever, an Undisputed Era and the Bucks won the match, and then they put on the t-shirts or whatever, and then they did the pose, and obviously, maybe this is setting up a thing for Kenny Omega to come back, maybe by doubling up, and hell, maybe by the Forbidden Door if you want to add Bullet Club and all that other stuff involved. So, I'm not really sure, but we'll find out and see. The Jericho Association beat up Kingston and they threw a fireball at Eddie Kingston now. So, yeah, they threw a fireball. They talked about Rampage this Friday. A lot of matches coming up for Rampage this Friday, especially Ring of Honor television title between Trent Beretta and Samoa Joe. Also next week, Deonna Purrazzo will be showing up on AEW to face Mercedes Martinez to unify the ROH Women's Championship. We all know Deonna Purrazzo is the real women's champion, but Mercedes won back at Supercard of Honor. Obviously, this is just a way to get the belt off of Deonna. I think they just want their belt back at this point because Deonna has been a double champion, given that she just lost the AAA title belt to Reina Reina's title belt to Taya last Saturday, which obviously, if you want to go look more about that, check out my Rebellion review with my other friends on there too. Go check that out right now. And basically, I guess that was like, okay, we're dropping the Ring of Honor. So this whole double champ thing for Deonna is about to end. I'd be surprised if Deonna even beat, Mercedes Martinez. But then again, what if they really know it, Mercedes Martinez? So I think this is just this to get the belt off of Deonna Purrazzo. They just want their belt back. Sammy Guevara went against Scorpio Sky in a ladder match for the TNT title. This was some crazy stuff out there, and man, that cutter thing is just insane what they do off of that. But Sammy even did like a freaking 450 corkscrew and basically missed the whole move. I think he only hit Sky's arm, but even the referees had to check him. This match was just a damn near car wreck out there, okay? There was some times it was just looked scary out there, and even Lambert's out in there in the end. Tay Conti ended up kicking him in the balls. Paige Van Zant comes out there and brawls with Tay Conti. And stuff, and then they get a barbed wire ladder Scorpio Sky puts out there. I know Sky tried to hit him like a flatliner and stuff, but and everything, but Guevara ended up flipping him over it. And then next, they're climbing up the ladder, but then they got Conti and Van Zant basically just both on top of their opponent's backs, fighting each other. And then they got to the ground, they kicked each other off. Guevara had knocked Scorpio Sky down there, but he ended up lifting the ladder and pushing him onto the barbed wire ladder, which he slid, and you could even see like the scars, like an open wound to where the blood was coming out. Looked really nasty, by the way. But Sammy ended up jumping up onto the ladder again. Sky ended up fighting him off, and it ended up catching the title. So Scorpio Sky is the new TNT champion once again. Hopefully it does not be another transitional thing. Maybe this was just to get the whole Sammy heel thing over, but at the same time it's like, what was the point of taking the belt off of him anyways to begin with, just to put the belt back on him? So hopefully he's not a transitional champion, because like I said, they're trying to get the whole Sammy heel thing with the hot girl and making out with it just to piss people off and stuff, but hopefully something different will happen now. I know they had Kazarian walk out, which, SCU and everything. They, shook hands and stuff, because he did promise him a title shot, I believe, for next week. So, yeah. But, yeah, not a bad ending of the show and stuff. The ladder match wasn't bad, and the FTR going against each other wasn't bad. Everything else, I feel like, with this show, of course, you got the Wardlow Lance Archer, which, a good Haas match for the short time it was for the time being. The Jericho thing, Kingston, they're just trying to, now we're throwing fireballs, so we'll see where that goes. But I didn't think the promo was bad. Undisputed Era and the Bucks beating up, Dante Martin and them was whatever. It was good to see Rey Fenix back, but then again, I have no idea what the House of Black are doing other than facing them. Sheeta and Dee was honestly forgettable. It's like this match just happened just to happen, just because I don't think nobody really remembers the feud at all. Blackpool Combat Club just killed random guys once again. Well, it's the QT guys and stuff, but yeah, that's all I really got for this show. Alright, so yeah, other than that is my review for Dynamite this week. So yeah, I don't know. Alright, that's all I really got out of all this. So, whatever you want to say. Blackpool Combat guys kill anybody, Bucks and all them, spot fest. Yeah, that's all I should really say about the Undisputed Era and the Bucks match. It was basically a spot fest now that I think about it. So yeah, but other than that though, like I said, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodandKnight890. I'm out of here. See you guys then. Peace out.